Welcome to Paige's Lessons, a podcast dedicated for those who seek advice and wisdom on how to become the best versions of themselves in the most authentic way. If you identify as someone who is ambitious, goal-driven, and a badass, you've come to the right place. Self-reflection, mental health awareness, and exploring life's transitions is at the heart of our conversations because I truly believe every single day provides a lesson. I'm your host, Paige Mitchell, a board-certified life coach, motivational speaker, and mental health advocate. I can't wait to share these golden nuggets with you. In this episode, we're going to learn about my time at Oktoberfest in Munich, Germany. And I'm really excited to talk about it because this is one of those cities that I've been the most looking forward to, been the most excited to experience Oktoberfest. I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid, since I knew what it was about. And there's so much symbolism that I'm going to be talking about, and this is just such a personable episode. Like, yeah, of course, every fucking episode is personable because I'm sharing a lesson with you. But this one hits on a childhood level. And, and just the lessons I've kind of learned being in Munich. And let's just get right into it. So first I want to talk about, I arrived by plane from Ireland, from Dublin to Frankfurt, stayed in Frankfurt for a little bit, if you catch that last episode, and took a 4-hour train to Munich. And what I really wasn't expecting, I think just as I continue to travel, my bar is a little low. I try really hard not to watch too many YouTube videos or Instagram pictures. I want to have the bar low so that I can be surprised, right? So I can have something to look forward to. And so when I arrived in Munich, I really didn't know, how much was going to be metropolitan, how much was going to be the old traditional buildings and things like that. So I kind of just wanted to just show up and see what it was. And there was definitely old town Munich, which is what I explored and we'll talk about later in the episode. But I don't know, I arrived there and was okay. It felt weather-wise, I arrived mid-September for Oktoberfest, which runs, 3 to 4 weeks, mid-September through October. And the weather was very similar to what I'm used to in Colorado. It's kind of dry, but absolutely beautiful, luscious. I mean, even the train ride over, I was taking a million videos. It was so beautiful. The forests and the mountains here are so nice. But anyway, I arrive in Munich and I'm all right, let's see what's going on. So I stay in this really cute Airbnb and I feel really comfortable and relaxed. And so I know with Oktoberfest that it is basically, it's pretty much every single day for 3 to 4 weeks. But no one really told me, do you pay for it? Is it a ticket? No, it's just a festival. You just show up. I also really wanted to get I think it's called a dirndl. I don't know if I'm saying that proper, but it's that proper dress, Bavarian dress. And so I rented one. That was actually a really smooth, easy process because since I'm backpacking, I'm not going to buy one. But I ordered one and it was 50 euros and I just returned it the next day. That was really cool because I wanted to be as authentic as possible. So got Munich, rented the dress, and then pretty much worked for a few days. And I was planning on going on a Thursday to Oktoberfest. I didn't really want to go on the weekend because I think it would be too fucking crowded, but I actually met up with a friend that I never met in person, but we are online life coaches together. So, and she happens to live in Munich. So it's been really nice that I got a chance to meet her. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Before I dive deep into Oktoberfest, I just want to talk about Germany just for a minute. If you listened to last week's episode where I'm talking about Frankfurt and just like the little bit of nuances here and there. But here's the deal, okay? My dad, who passed away, his side of the family is German, and my mom's side is French. And my dad he worked for Boeing, and he lived all over Europe for many years, for like 20, 30 years, and he spoke German. I mean, he lived everywhere. And this is all before he met my mom, but anyway, my dad was just an active traveler for work and just pleasure, and he told me at a very young age about Oktoberfest, about living in Germany, just German culture. So like since I was a kid, I've always wanted to visit Germany. I've like wanted to be in touch with my roots, like his mom is legit from Germany. And I found out through like family tree shit, I think my family's from south of Cologne or Stuttgart, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's just really important, just like on a family cultural, like as an American German, to be in this country and to be among my people. And I've watched some like really silly TikToks about like people, the satire of Germans and the way that they are organized and the way they talk and recycling and just like all their little quirks are so like my dad. Like I know it's all a joke, but like I'm like, holy shit, like I am German. Like I do relate to this stuff. So I just feel a little bit just like closer to home and like closer to my dad, that even though he's not with me spiritually, he is with me right now in this country, and he's like really stoked that I'm here. And I planned this pretty fucking perfectly with full intention, because his birthday would have been September 24th. And so the weekend of that is the time I'm in Oktoberfest. So I am raising a beer for you, Dad, during this time. And I know that you're watching over me and you're celebrating this adventure that I'm on. So I wanted to do it during his birthday. Okay, so I'm in Munich, right? And I will say there's some foods that I was told to try, so I'm gonna fucking try them, right? The first one that I really wanted to try, it's, oh my God, please don't kill me with, I'm just butchering the pronunciations, but I think it's called like, oh shit, what is it called? Käsespätzle? Käsespätzle? Oh my God. But anyway, it's a pancake kind of thing. It's a funnel cake. Käsespätzle, I don't know. And it's so good. It has like the powdered sugar on it, and you can have like a side. It had like little like apple, kind of like applesauce on it. And it was just like, just reminded me of a funnel cake. It was so good. Käsespätzle, I don't know. And then I had this other thing. Oh, what was it called? It was like Käsespätzle. And it's like these like cheesy noodles. It's like mac and cheese. Again, please, I know, I'm so sorry for the pronunciation. If you're German and you're listening to this, you're like, oh my God, this poor child. But those two were really my favorite things that I've tried. Otherwise, I tried the currywurst, I tried sauerkraut, I tried all these other things, and I was like, I don't know, it's not really for me. But I'm happy that I at least liked some German food that I tried, and it was good. You can't really go wrong. And I did learn so it's not, I grew up with it being called a beer stein, which is that massive, beer mug. But the whole 32-ounce mug is actually just called a Maß, M-A-S, with the like, it looks like it's got a backpack on. The little S has a backpack. Stands for massive. So it's a Maß, not a stein. And I also learned that when you drink it, you're actually supposed to leave, I don't know, like maybe a thumb, like if you hold your thumb up to the glass, that much left, because don't complete the full glass, because it's basically your back spit, it's your backwash. So a proper German would definitely just like leave that on the glass. So anyway, it was just kind of like these little tips and tricks that I learned. And so yeah, I tried those foods and I explored around the city, which was really fucking cool. I went to Old Town Munich and I stopped in this church. What's it called? It's like Asamkirche church. Again, I'm so awesome. God damn it. I can't pronounce it. It's in the show notes. I promise. I'm so sorry. But it was like all gold plated church in Old Town Munich. Oh my God. It was so pretty. And if you check out my Instagram as well, like I took a reel, I'm just laughing that I can't pronounce anything. It's just really, it's really embarrassing. I'm even like asking Google, how do you pronounce this shit? And it's just not helping. So anyway, I went also to a church I can pronounce. I went to St. Peter's and I paid €5 and I climbed, I don't even know how many fucking steps up. I think it was like 300 steps to the tower. And it was a beautiful overlook of Munich. And it was really fucking cool. Totally worth it. And then inside St. Peter's Church was really pretty too. And yeah, just had dinner and just relaxed. And yeah, so like Munich was really gorgeous. I loved the buildings. I mean, it was very touristy. It's, it's Oktoberfest right now, but like I enjoyed it. It was very comforting. So straight to Oktoberfest, right? I'm wearing the dress. I did my hair and everything with braids, and I'm meeting my friend, and her friend is also there, and they're just like giving me tips and tricks as well about Germany and like the actual fairgrounds. When it's not Oktoberfest, it's completely empty, like nothing's there, which is so hard to imagine because Oktoberfest is so many fucking people. Like I was blown away at how packed it was for just even a Thursday night. It was insane. But I had so much fun. So there's these huge beer tents that you go into. And I'm like, tents? When I think of a fucking tent, I think of like a little baby, like shitty roof, plastic tent. Nah, these are massive beer halls pretty much. That are like named after the beer. So if I went into a fucking like Budweiser tent, or if I go into a fucking like Coors tent, that's what it would be like. And so I went to a couple. Again, I'll put in the show notes of the exact tents that I went to. The first one was cool. I mean, the thing is, it's like me, my friend, and her friend. So it's the three of us. We don't have a reservation. And so unfortunately, what you got to do is you just got to make friends, because you will not get served beer unless you're sitting down at the table. So we just kind of saw some spots and we're like, hey, can we sit there? And we got served. And and then there's these live bands and music playing, and everyone's drinking and singing and dancing and food, and like, oh my God, it was so much fun. Like, yes, people are drunk, but also just like people are just in good spirits, and it felt really comforting that everyone's just like on the same page of getting really like fucked up and just having fun. I felt really good. It felt awesome. I had two Moss, so two of those mugs, and it felt pretty good. I didn't feel shit-faced. I didn't feel out of control. It was like a happy, we're good. And the second tent that we went to, definitely louder, more lively. And the later the night goes on, the band in the middle of the tent, basically, it turns into a concert. And what was also funny is how everyone is yelling and singing English songs. And there's some of these English songs that I don't even know. I've never even heard of. I'm like, what are they singing about? I don't even get it. So I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, you meet a lot of cool people. There's people all over the world, just having fun. And then really what blew me away, I think most of all, was the fact that this is a fucking festival it's not just for drinking. Like, there's children everywhere. There is carnival rides everywhere. Like, I walked around, like, after that evening, and, like, I went a couple more times during the daytime. I was like, holy shit, there's so many rides. Like, Ferris wheels, roller coasters, like, fucking, like, funhouse mirror things, but, like, more really intense. Like, I can't even explain it. It just, like, reminded me of, like, Mardi Gras. It was so cool. It was so unique. There were so many colors. And, yeah, just, like, really fucking crowded. Really crazy. I wasn't expecting, like, the carnival part. I was expecting people to get drunk and fucked up. But, like, the whole carnival thing was really fucking cool to see. And all of the time that it probably took to build that was just, I really liked it. So I highly encourage you check out Oktoberfest. I do recommend, though, you know, I'm really grateful I knew someone here, which was really pretty serendipitous. Like, I was planning on going alone. And then other nights I did go alone. Or, like, I kind of was just, like, walking around and just, like, people watching, right? But I would say, like, go with a friend, meet up with somebody, and, I mean, or if not, you will make friends. But still, like, I would highly recommend going. I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing you have to check out. You just have to go once. I mean, shit, if I would love to go back another time, totally, but, like, I also want to, like, keep it special. So I'm really grateful I went during the weekend of my dad's birthday. I thought it was perfect. And, yeah, overall Munich was really great. So I was there for like a week and a half or so. And, cause you know, I'm working as well. So I kind of wanted to stay put, but yeah, overall, I really enjoyed myself. I thought it was awesome. And I just highly recommend you go not only to Oktoberfest, but just to go to Germany and check it out. Like, I'm feeling really out of my comfort zone, here, but I think that's a good thing for me. You know, that's part of another reason why I decided to do this trip, is to be uncomfortable and see what that's like and know that I could do it and overcome it. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. So that's it for now. That's kind of like my review. And the lesson here is, you know, what is it like to be out of your comfort zone? How can you have more fun? And also just, like, check in with yourself. Excuse me. Check in on yourself on, like, what you want to do that's going to feel the most aligned, right? Like, for me, it was to go to Oktoberfest, do the whole thing, and then if I go another few days, keep it a little bit more mild, and just, like, listening to my body is, like, what I needed to do. So continue to just, like, feel it out, take it one day at a time, and live your best life, y'all. I'll see you on the next episode when I get into who knows what, but I'm going to stay in Germany for a little while, so stay tuned.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others. Post about it on social media or head over to your favorite podcast platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Subscribing and posting a review helps to improve engagement and is essential for the podcast to be discovered by new listeners. Thanks again for listening, and remember, every day provides a lesson. Take care.